What's going on, y'all? Our top 10 best tips of what we did and what we felt like was really beneficial so far on our trip. We're going to be doing some more as the trip goes on because we haven't done any of our excursions or our ports yet, but this is just what we've done for the first 2 nights at sea. So Katie's got her top 5 and I've got my top 5, and together they've really helped us. So go ahead, babe.
So the first that I thought was really important is that you really need to buy Wi-Fi. As much as I wanted to disconnect from everything and electronics, I really wish I had some internet. I really wish that I could just Google something or see how my family's doing. So in that sense, or YouTube something just to win at the claw machine or something silly. Like, I just wish I had some of that. So that was my first tip.
A second note on that tip is make sure to buy it before you get on your ship, because it's actually more expensive on the ship than it is before you actually get on your ship. The best package is their premium package, which that's the package that allows you to check your bank account. That's which allows you to stream YouTube and do a lot of Netflix and stuff like that. That is $125 for the remainder of the cruise, and they don't have it to where you can buy 24 hours, so you can't just buy it for a day. Every other package that they have allows you to buy it for just a day or for just a certain amount of hours.
And it's kind of outrageous because the lowest package for like 24 hours is $16.
And it only allows you to do certain things.
And it's only like Facebook. It's like little apps. Just apps. Facebook is worth it, but not for 24 hours. The second one, definitely bring a power strip, a long one, because there is literally one outlet. And it's not the double one, it's one. We can't survive off of one.
No.
We've got chargers, straighteners, we've got just other things that we need to plug in.
We also brought a 1 to 3 splitter, so we put that on top of the power strip. So like, it's a terrible concoction, and we'll show a picture of what our setup looks like. So
my third is the window view that we have is well worth it. It's actually a suite because we have a couch. We just kind of put our bags on the couch, so it's not really a purpose, but it gives us more room on the floor. So I really love the fact that we bought the room that we did. It's not an interior room. With the interior room, you have no view, you don't see anything, you just feel the movement. And with the window view, it makes sense to me because I get to see the beautiful view outside and feel the movement, and it flows together. And so it's a nice combination. Waking up, having the window open, letting that sun wake me up instead of being in an interior room. I love that. So that's really awesome.
I felt like it was worth it because it was, when we booked our cruise, it was only $100 more, and it wasn't $100 more per person. It was only just $100 more for the room. And I just was like, I'd much rather an ocean view than a total darkness room. But if you can't afford it, it's still one of those things. We're not saying that it makes or break your cruise, but that extra $100 I feel was well worth it because we have a beautiful view. We're able to have this beautiful lighting that you see us filming in, and it's just something really something just to add a little cherry on top of your cruise.
My fourth tip is to bring magnets. They can be magnets off of your French. I didn't buy any because I didn't feel like spending the money on it. And so I actually had made magnets from previous like Coke bottle caps and stuff like that. And so I just put the magnet underneath it. And so that's what's hanging up my, couple of things. I've got like the map of the ship and things like that. That way I can see where we gotta go.
Yeah.
And it helps to have a list of things. That way it's less clutter. And so that's definitely bring magnets because, by the way, I didn't mention it. The walls are magnetic. And so that way you can hang more stuff up.
Yeah. Another tip is your magnets can decorate your door, so that way you can find your stateroom a little bit faster. So bring something that you can decorate your door with, but you're okay
with letting it go if something happens to it.
Yeah. Just a quick tip, some side notes on that.
So my final tip, I actually have a bonus one for you guys. So my final tip is to if you're celebrating something, which most people tend to celebrate things when they go on a cruise, whether it's your honeymoon, whether it's, you know, your birthday, or you just graduated, or you're getting divorced, or what have you.
It's a terrible thing.
I heard it in a comedy show and it was funny. So
not funny for the video though. We're on our honeymoon. She's talking divorce.
Anyway, tell them that you're on your honeymoon or you're celebrating whatever, because there's just a better chance of you getting that special treatment, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because you're celebrating, you want to be treated special. So that has definitely been a plus for us. Whether it's, you know, an extra dessert, or whether it's an extra, you know, just compliment or whatever. And I think that has benefited us on our trip.
I think the one thing that I would say, our server, because you have the same server unless you change seats for your night dining. Our server found out it was our honeymoon, and he has gone above and beyond to make our experience very magical with getting us extra lobster on the lobster night, getting us extra dessert. I mean, obviously you can order that stuff and it just kind of makes you look greedy, but to have it being given to you as a gift, as something special, it just makes it more magical. And the one thing that he was able to do was, like, he made us something that was completely off the menu and had it requested. So I felt that was extremely special because nobody else was having it that night, and he did that for us, and it was really nice. So
my bonus tip, so literally less than 20 minutes ago, I started feeling nauseous. I don't know if it's just because I'm looking at the water and I'm feeling it more rocky because we're actually further out to sea, but I just really didn't feel good. I felt seasick. So definitely bring the Dramamine, or definitely bring some sea meds just in case.
But I would only advise using the patch in extreme weather conditions when you are extremely feeling sick. But the Dramamine you can do when you first have symptoms. Take your little tablet, give it about 15 minutes, make sure to drink a bottle of water, and you should be fine. You know, just stop looking at the water and try to get to
take a minute and breathe.
Yeah, take a minute, breathe, try to get into a more stable, less swaying environment. Also, with the patch, you have to go to the onboard doctor and get a prescription for it. Okay, so that was Katie's tips, and this is my top 5 tips. So, my top 5 was, it kind of goes piggybacking off of her bring your own medication. That includes Tylenol, and that includes Tums, and that includes Vicks Vapor Rub. If you have some nasal problems, you can't bring your CPAP machine. Vicks always helps me when I need some extra breathing to help me sleep at night. Stuff like that. But Tylenol or ibuprofen or Advil. If you, this is the tip actually. Sorry, that was a little tangent. Buy the Cheers package. I feel the Cheers package is actually worth it. Everybody we talked to said, don't buy it, you waste your money, smuggle it in. Don't do that. No, we enjoyed the Cheers package because we're not big drinkers, but everything that we've gotten was not available if you didn't have it. And so just on the first night, the 2 glasses of wine that we had at dinner, a soda, we had some smoothies, we had a margarita, we had a pina colada. Like that alone was worth $50 a piece. And with the Cheers package, there's some numbers, you can play the numbers game and you can actually beat it or whatever by doing a certain amount. But no, if you want to get the most for your money and have that convenience of peace of mind, buy the Cheers package. That being said, if you are drinking all of your 15 drinks and they're all alcohol, make sure to have some Tylenol for the next morning, because you'll definitely have a hangover unless you're a professional drinker and you know what you're doing. But for us, we're not really big drinkers, but having a couple of glasses and having a margarita or something like that, you can wake up with a hangover, and so you just have your Tylenol and you don't have to go pay $15 for it. So the next tip is bring multiple bags. Multiple bags meaning, like, I've got my carry-on bag, which is a really big book bag. I then had a Camel pack bag, which is like $20 from Walmart.
And then I happen to bring a day bag for when we go to port.
Right. And so, like, for me, I used my carry-on bag to bring all of my equipment for filming, vlogging, and all of that nature, and all of our important stuff that we needed, as well as another bag. So when we got to our stateroom, I unpacked everything, and then I transferred all of my camera equipment that I would just be needing for the day into my little Camel pack. And then when I get to port, I'll have a 2-liter thing of water that I can drink, because we've heard that the water is really bad on certain ports, so you don't want to drink the water at the ports. So just another quick tip: bring multiple bags. They don't have to be big, but just something that where you can take out of another bag and then you can load a smaller bag. Okay, this next tip was really important because, like, our second day of the cruise, so our first day at sea, was our first formal dinner, and we loved it. It was a beautiful show, and the tip is bring fancy clothing. There's nothing wrong with it. If you have it, bring it. When else will you use it? I mean, I understand you got to dress up for church and you got to go to special meetings and stuff like that, but bring the cufflinks, bring the fancy watch, and bring the blazer and some stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying go and get you a fur coat and a hat and a cane. I mean, you can obviously do that, but...
And you would fit right in.
Yeah, just have some fun. It's a night to really show yourself. It's really nice to dress up and have a nice tie or a bow tie or a tuxedo. It just looks nice. And
or
you get
a sequiny dress.
Or a sequiny dress. Or I don't wear those. But that's my tip, is to bring some fancy clothing. It's really nice. I mean, you get fancy looks. You get compliments.
You get compliments.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice. My fourth tip. This is very important for me because, like, back a while ago, I had some plantar fasciitis, and so I really got into taking care of my feet. And I know that's weird, but this is why the tip is important. Bring multiple shoes. Bring sandals, bring flip-flops, bring walking shoes, and bring you some athletic shoes.
And for your fancy night, what is it called? You definitely need to bring some, like, high heels or some, fancy
You don't have
loafers.
to.
But that way you have that, and you're not like, well, which ones am I going to wear with this outfit? So
it's just nice. It goes along with it, and you have that comfort. Flip-flops are a comfortable shoe, but if you're walking 10,000 steps in flip-flops, you've got some serious calluses on your feet. I'm just gonna let you know. Like, you're doing some walking in some flip-flops, whereas you can easily just swap them out for some really nice walking shoes and be comfortable. My last tip is probably my favorite tip. Go to the comedy shows. They start at like 7 o'clock, and they have
so funny.
Yes, they're hilarious. The comics on board are absolutely hilarious. Every single night they do 2 shows. They have a PG show, and then they have an adult show. It's a absolutely spectacular event. Get there early because the place fills up. Last night it filled to the brim, and they actually had to ask a few people to leave because of fire regulations. It was so packed, but it's hilarious. It's so much fun, and I couldn't believe that these 4 comics have a different show every single night. You'll never hear the same jokes twice, and it's just fun. We've never been to a comedy show, and we loved it. I mean, it was fun. It was great. It was a great experience.
It was an awesome first experience for us.
I mean, if I could add a side tangent to that, make sure to sit in the front. Don't say anything, but make sure to sit in your front.
Don't say anything. I know from firsthand experience. Don't say anything, because then you're gonna get picked on.
Yeah, but it's funny. It's funny. He's not rude or she's not rude. It's just they're trying to make the show more fun. And so if you sit in the front row, you're easy pickings. But at the same time, it's a more intimate relationship with the comic. You get to see his facial expressions or her manograms on things that she says and how she says it and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun, and those are some quick tips that we thought would be helpful. So we're gonna go. That was our top 10 with an extra bonus and a couple of tangents on so far what we've done and what has been helpful to us. We're gonna make more videos of this, and so hopefully we can help other young people or other people who have never cruised before. For us being a first-time cruiser, I would have to credit a lot of our tips that we got was from YouTubers, other Carnival cruise liners that have made tips and pros and cons of what to do and what not to do, and we've just taken those in and used to our discretion. So by all means, use this video as a reference. It's a really good one. I feel that these tips could only help. All right.
It definitely prepped us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good day.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
Come here.
What?
I saw a whale.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, that's terrible. Why would you do that? I was about to grab the GoPro.
Just kidding.
I really do want to see some whales. That'd be so sweet.
The water's really pretty, though. Look, you guys. Look how pretty. Gorgeous.